Hey guys, so like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm trying to sort of correct for the version 5 information that I gave you and make it applicable to version 4. And I've really kind of done that with the previous video, the one called Square 2 Vertices version 4 or something like that. Anyway, it should be posted here pretty soon if it isn't already. You guys were asking me a fair bit about the rest of the tools. I don't know which version you have, but I know there's one tool, one action button in Sketchpad 5 that isn't in Sketchpad 4. I'm going to go ahead and give you kind of a run through of the action buttons here that are available, and if you have 5, you can definitely use them all you want. Like for instance, we have the thing we know about animate, right? So this is the animate button, and basically what's going on here is that I have built this thing to control the movement of that point, and now that is being animated across that arc. And then the expand contract object here, I didn't notice that was misspelled, but anyway, this is a whole number slider. That's going to be actually the thing we talk about it toward the end of this video, but it's called a whole number slider, and I have it set so that it's controlling the length of this line or this line. I'm not really sure which one it was. Anyway, there's that. I set that up on a action button as well. So then there are the scroll buttons, and basically what goes on here is you can pick from two different things. You select one point, and then you can go to your menu, your edit action buttons, and then if you have one point selected, scroll will be available. And what that does, let me go ahead and do it here. What that does is allows you to have your drawing, the position of your window changed to either the top left of so that point is at the top left of the window, or that point goes to the center of the window. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that. It's pretty easy to do, really, not much of a problem. So basically you can see here that I have this point set to go to the center of my screen, and then this point set to go to the upper left hand corner of my screen, just for purposes of demonstration. So then in Sketchpad 5, if you have it, there is this thing called sound, I think. Hang on, let's see what it's called. Yeah, it's sound, and apparently I've got too many things selected, or well, actually it's because I have already got a sound link in here. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this page, it's a duplicate of 4, and so there we go. And let's so basically what I've done here, if it matters to you, is I've set this thing up where I've got a sine function that is the amplitude is controlled by this slider bar. As you can see, its amplitude is increasing and decreasing, and its frequency is controlled by this one. So as you can see, the function is becoming the distance between these points is becoming closer and closer together as I move the F slider this way. And so basically, let's go ahead and just delete that. I don't think I'm gonna, yeah, no, I didn't lose anything else important. So what we want to do then is this really won't work with a lot of the things that you're doing in this project. I don't know if you want to see this or not, but here it is if you do. Basically what we want to do is select that function, we actually have to have a function selected, and it has to be a periodic function like sine, cosine, that sort of thing. So and then we want to go to edit, action buttons, sound, and then basically we've got our sound button there, and if we ask to hear it, I think you'll hear this in the background. Why are we not here? There we go. There we go. So then on these slider bars that I have controlling the frequency and the amplitude, I have animated those slider bars, but you can also manipulate them manually. But let's go ahead and change the amplitude here. It won't change much till we get back kind of to the end. So there we go. You're not going to get a whole lot of change out of that. This one will make more change. For some reason that's popping up on me. So I tell you what, guys, you tell me if you want to know more information about that, and if you do, I'll try to get another video to you. Let's go ahead and do a pretty cool thing here, though. It's we'll make a custom tool here. I'm gonna have to do it pretty quick. Go back to Sketchpad 4 and do it in a new window. Well, whoops. Document options, not a new window, a new page, and there we go, blank page. Okay, so what we want to do is make a number slider here, and you can kind of do it however you want. Often I'll do it on a grid system, but it's not really all that necessary. Really all I want to do is just build a line. Excuse me, and then I want to select that line and construct a point on it. Is it not going to give me that? Of course not. Point on segment. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to get a distance from there to there. So then basically what I'm doing here is just measure distance. And now what I kind of like doing here is I like going with a translate through a vector. Actually, I don't need to do it through a vector. I can just do it manually. Let's go ahead, transform, translate. We'll do it in a well, that doesn't actually look too bad. We'll just go to -10, and there we go. Okay, so now what's happening here is those 2 points are being controlled by this point. Alright, pretty cool. Now what I want to do here is go ahead and build my square that we learned to do in the previous video on those 2 points. I should have went back the other way on that, but I'll go ahead and there we go. Okay, so that's that. I got a little bit of time left here, so I'm going to show you something pretty cool. I want this thing to go to whole numbers, say. So I'm going to go to measure, calculate, and then I'm going to go to truncate. It's down in this drop down menu, and then I'm just going to select that and say OK, and that's going to cause me to be, actually that's not working, guys. I'm sorry. There's a way that I can make that work, but I'm not going to have time to show it to you in this one, so please kind of forget about the truncate part there that I was just saying, and we'll get on to doing what I was saying later. That's going to go away. So okay, guys, that's it. Talk to you in the next one.